Yo, what's going on? What's going on? I go by the name of Andrew Dada. You are now tuned into the What's Going On podcast. Yo, today I have a very special guest. Y'all thought I wasn't going to bring him in, but you know I had to bring him in. You know, he about to bring the jokes. You know, we about to bring the convo. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be a lit time, bro. Cause you know who I rock with, you know who we rock good. Man, shout out to my man Lo They Know, man. What's going on? Thanks for joining us, man.
First of all, man, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Yeah, you already know if you don't know. Slow they know. LO. You know. We keep it low.
You see what type of intro is that, bro?
Oh, I gotta come harder than that.
Yeah, I mean, nah, you don't got to.
Oh, cause if I could have came crazy, I could have flexed on it.
Hey,
But
man, you know what I
it,
mean?
it it is low, and the definition of low, I'm basically keeping it low key. But if you really want to get the full shebang about who Low is, man, you should meet Low personally. Yeah, you should.
Hey, bro, ain't nothing, bro. You know, as you could tell, I told you he's gonna be a character, man. Hey, bro, today I want to talk about something important, man. I feel like every adult, not even every adult, just everybody just needs to hear this, and it's about the topic of perseverance. You know what I'm saying? Perseverance, what does that even mean to you? You know what I'm saying? Before we really get into what we really got to talk about, what does perseverance mean to you? Like, what does it mean to
Honestly,
Low?
honestly, I think perseverance means like a numerous amount of things to me. It's I think it all comes down to just like how you take on the hardships of life. How you really take on the obstacles
Yeah,
and all the crazy things that just get in a getting a successful or an easy way of life
right.
that kind of defines you, that really makes you. So really, I think perseverance can really sum down to what you do in difficult and intense and random situations, that you might not be prepared for, but you do go through it and you pull through it. And it just builds that character and it just builds you more into the man or woman or person you feel as though
So,
you need to be.
right.
Yeah.
Nah, I definitely agree with you on that. I mean, perseverance, I feel like it's like making a rock a diamond in a sense, right?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people nowadays are scared to go through hardship. You know what I'm saying? Are scared to go through that. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, that obstacle, like that round, so that battle to get to their promised land for real. You know what I mean? And it's kind of funny, like we live in a society today that just really, really scared of that. Really wants to go, I guess, have it easy in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they don't have it easy, just like move on to the next thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
People don't really cherish or appreciate like the hard working man. That's what I can think. Like the person who's been through it, who's overcome the hard things. People kind of just look over it. But I mean, that's what comes with it. You being a hard working man, you understand that it's ignorant people out here, or not even just going on people, it's just people who don't have the same mentality as you.
I understand.
You can't
Yeah,
really knock them,
but
but
yeah, you can't knock them. You know what I mean? Because they could be some average Joe that wants to just be an average Joe.
right,
I mean, am I going to sit here and say like, hey, bro, like I feel like you should really increase your level, really increase yourself. You know, what I mean, I ain't gonna be that person. I could own. You could take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I was about to say fish, but
can't take a fish to the water. The fish already in the water, champ.
hey, bro, you know what I mean. Sometimes it could be out the water. Go swimming. You know what I mean,
Fish out the water.
yeah, bro.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, but when they start those, let me know, man. Let me know, man. Man, that's crazy.
like it's crazy we go on the topic of perseverance, and I think the reason why I even asked you to do this, cause like, 'cause as much as y'all don't know, for those who don't know Low, bro, Low is a very self uplifter. I would like to call him that. I'll give you an example. Like he'll be in a sense of in his words, he'll be like, say something like gonna happen. He be like, bro, it ain't gonna happen to me. You know what I mean? It happened, but it ain't gonna touch me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In that sense of the word, as much as I like to summarize it, it's like but it's like you relish in that confidence. Like, and I want to know what led you to that confidence. Was it something you always had, or was it like something you just had to keep like putting in yourself because it's like it's like not like
yeah,
fake it till you make it, but more so like how did you get that level of
yeah.
confidence? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
really, I would just. It's not like a certain confidence. I would say that I was really like just looking for. I
Mm-hmm.
was just more so just trying to be more of myself,
Yeah.
and me just finding more of myself. I guess just came with confidence. I was looking at myself. I was happy to be myself,
Mm-hmm.
happy to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
I was around, and I know me. I don't try to fake it till I make it. I know that's not what you meant, but it's really just really comes natural
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just grateful for being here.
Right.
You know, if it's anything in the world that I feel as though I can't really get, I'm gonna push myself to try to get it if I want it.
Yeah.
So I look at it as like nothing is out of my reach. So
Okay.
by doing that, I guess it just comes with confidence. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you know how Gucci say, what I mean? My man Gucci man, if y'all don't know about Gucci, Gucci is here. Gucci says, no, you gotta be born with the sauce. You can't just have the sauce. This sauce got to be acquired. You know what I'm saying? This something.
Sauce, you lost.
You don't got the sauce, then you're lost. You know what I mean? So maybe you can be put on to the sauce. However, it takes a different type of skill set, mindset to really just have that sauce naturally.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and it can be something that you can eventually learn, but you got to really want it internally first. You know what I mean? You got to really want it internally.
I mean, yeah, I would say that's the first step. But like, there'd be people that want it internally. It's just they don't know how to manifest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird, right? Some people. I remember when I was younger, I used to struggle with self confidence all the time, like all the time. Like,
Yeah,
hey, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I used to be one of them quiet kids. Y'all won't know that now, but I used to be one of them quiet kids in the corner. Like, they'd be like, "Don't look at me,"
yeah,
and then like I think over time it kind of just like I just got tired of it. I
right,
mean, like I'm just like, all right, why can't I just talk to this person? What the hell? What's going on here?
yeah. I mean, I think like that was a lot of us though. We didn't really. Well, people don't really find themselves or just find like their social self. I guess later on in life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you do just if you're able to just tap into it earlier, that's just kudos to you.
Yeah.
But not everybody's gonna be social. Not everybody's just built to be like that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, I mean, everybody just set up a little different. So if you were saying to if people who don't have that type of that social quality in them, you just got to learn it. You know what I mean? It's just what goes on with life. That's how you learn with life.
Yeah.
It's part of the perseverance thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's part of the perseverance. It's part of like never giving up within
Exactly.
yourself, like in every aspect, like
Every aspect.
every aspect. And I even want to like share with you like how like how do you not give up? In what ways do you not give up? Let's start off physically for say.
Physically.
Like your health. Like, how do you not give up in your health? How do you not I know, of course y'all gonna check out Lowe's Fitness, you know what I mean? He's also a personal trainer. Y'all go check him out. Great dude when it comes to personal training. Great doing getting your body right. You know, if ladies, especially need that summer body, low got you.
Yeah,
Fellas,
that's for sure.
if you're getting that beer gut, you
Got you on that too.
know what I'm saying?
I'll make a beer gut go away.
You know what I mean?
The guru. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
bro. Like physically, like how do you persevere, right?
yeah,
How do you? I feel like people's physical health is a battle. You know what I'm saying? People like that not athletic. Some people aren't athletic as me or you or something like
right.
that. You know what I'm saying? What do you say to them? Like how do you become? How do you persevere in that aspect when it comes to your physical sense?
Well, really, I just
How do
I
you conquer?
I try to make it so. See, it's I would say it's multiple ways one can conquer something, like take over something.
Mm-hmm.
You can either take like what I would consider not a slow grind, but in a way a slow grind, or
Patience,
you can
yeah.
try to like
Be patient.
speed it up and just get through it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We just try to just hurry up, break through the gates, and just try to take over. Or we can try to infiltrate the city
Mm-hmm.
and get up in there, know their weaknesses, their strong suits. We could take it over from from the insides. So I look at the physical aspect as far as like I want to make into an everyday routine.
Right.
The slow grind. I want to pace myself out. I don't want to just let me try to get in shape really quick. I want to make it as to where I'm damn near getting in shape every day, where I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing something not just fitness related but healthy related.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just feel as though the more you feed your mind with healthy thoughts, healthy foods,
Yeah.
healthy living, like
Yeah.
just think about it. How can you not
How
turn
can
out to
you?
be healthy, or just more productive, or just anything that's on the positive side? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
it just makes more sense to me, and I think it starts with maybe not everybody, but I think a lot of people. It can start with your physical appearance. You
Yeah.
know, of course, mentally, you want to be there. It's times when people's physical appearance are up there, but mentally they're not.
Mm.
However, just working on that physical appearance,
Sets you up for
it
success.
sets you up for success. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're just setting yourself up. You're at
Yeah.
least disciplined enough to to dedicate enough time to certain things, to dedicate enough time to develop certain things, certain muscles to grow. You know, you got some type of discipline.
Yeah.
So, that's how you overcome that. I would look at it like think of the long term goals as an investment. It's really an investment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So you're saying like your body's like your bank in a
Your body
sense.
is your bank.
Right.
Your body is your bank. That's
Yeah.
the biggest bank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my
Right.
bank is on my body. I know whatever I'm gonna bet my bank on my bank. I'm gonna bet what I got in the bank on my bank. You know what I mean? My bank on my bank, man. Like for real. Because I know what I'm capable of.
Right.
I know what I set my mind to.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many obstacles, how many things that your mind unintentionally shuts off because your mind is unintentionally like
Stopping.
stopping you and
And that's
making you think you can't do it.
and that's
Because
so funny.
it's so funny because with that thing is, fear is like it's taught. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, we didn't really know fear
Yeah. That's
until you
facts.
until you might see things on TV or see things somewhere to really teach you. Oh, that's fear, but
Mm.
it's just a piece of your brain.
Yeah.
If it was, I don't know if it's a surgery, but if it's a surgery where you could take the fear part or whatever it is called in your brain out, what
Mm.
does that mean? You won't
You won't feel it no
you
more.
won't you won't feel like nothing can stop
Help
you.
you. Right.
You know what I mean? So if
Right.
you can somehow, of course, fear is there because we learned it and it's a part of our life now. But if you can somehow limit the amount of things you fear, tell me what can stop you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's funny how you mentioned that, like fear. And actually, I was even about to go into the next part of like your mental state. You know what I'm saying? Like persevere mentally. We talking about fear, right? How fear is something that's taught, and it's true. I feel like it is because as a child, I look at my little siblings were young. I mean, I don't obviously remember stuff myself, but like I'm sure. But like looking at my little siblings as a recent example, those kids have no fear. They do whatever they want with no consequences.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I look at some of the adults and they just be like my mom, she would just get like scared, like don't do that, don't do that, you're gonna hurt yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the fear of hurting yourself. These little kids are just like, nah, I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't care
Right.
about hurting myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's cause it's like what changed as you get older. I think are we more cautious? I don't even say fear. Are we more cautious, and that's what enables that fear? Cause that could translate other ways. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, not a lot of people, box as well, right? Because boxing is a sport where you have to have no fear. Otherwise, you're not winning.
Pretty much.
Otherwise, you're not winning, or you have no chance of winning. You know what I mean?
You're really losing by having some type of fear of your opponent. So, I mean, I think just growing older, you just see more of the real world in a way. You know what I mean? And 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 it's like you just you got no option to like your body has to come up with some type of self defense. You know what I mean?
Right.
So so in that situation, that's where you maybe do become more cautious of the way of living or just certain things. But that's really just that's just second nature. You can't really help that. You know what I mean? Because the world will hit you. It's sad to say, but like you say, your younger siblings or whoever you know that might be younger, that they don't know fear right now.
Yeah.
But eventually, they will they will learn fear. They're gonna see things. There's no way you can hide what's going on in the media right now. Eventually, they're gonna see it. They may not have a large fear, but they're gonna be fearful of certain things. Like we, of course, like if we were to see a animal in the wild, just picture like a lion or something.
Yeah.
You'd be scared of it just of its size because it's just you just don't really see animals of that size on a day to day.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That's the truth.
I mean, something like that'll frighten you, but the fear we're talking about is like the fear of actually getting in deep with yourself and not having any regrets about the things you do and not really caring what people are saying about you. That type of fear.
See, you're right. And I think that's a fear I personally do struggle with, right? I think growing up, I mean, of course, everybody has their own, selfish nature. Humans are selfish by nature, so I'm not going to say I wasn't always not a selfish person, but generally I was a selfless person, bro. You know what I mean? And generally I was always a selfless person. I was always taught to be selfless, you know what I mean? And then over time, it's kind of like I think that selflessness, I kind of turned it into a weakness in a sense. 'Cause I have yet to master the art of being selfish, truly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kind of just like it's kind of weird that I transition, like in a sense, when in adult life is like if you're not as selfish, it's like it's to your deficit because other people could just walk all over you because of that selfless nature. And it's like, how do you maintain that balance? Because I said, like, I think it goes back to like not confiding in yourself enough to be selfish. Because I feel like self confidence you can be selfish. That's like I consider that the good selfish. Of course, selfish can be conceited, cocky, but like I'm talking about that confidence to be selfish, that you really care about yourself, you confide in yourself to know that hey, I'm the man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Like that's you really want to have that I'm the man spirit and mentality. You know what I mean? And if you do need some help finding that I'm the man spirit, not you, but anybody else who's listening, you can meet Low personally. Just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool guy. And I am the man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So,
told you, you know what I mean? They ain't touching me, you know what I mean?
you know, that's just how you have to carry it. You know what I mean? Like, and if you carry it in your mind, it's just going to trick over in everything you do.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't really go wrong with being confident in yourself, because if you're putting in an amount of work or an amount of effort to be better, it's gonna have to show. It doesn't get much easier than that,
Yeah.
you know. So for anybody that I would think would or might not have that confidence, it's like you gotta really just find your true self and be able to work on that in different ways.
Yeah.
But even getting back to like you might feeling like you were selfish at times, you do have to be. Like if it's with your time and your blood, sweat, and tears that you're investing, damn right you should be. You know? But it all just depends on the character and reputation you want to have. You know, you can be selfish, but you can still give, or you can still like help in a certain way. Not saying you haven't done it, but it's ways you can be selfish with your time.
Yeah. Ways you can be
And
selfish with your mind.
you know, yeah, selfish with your mind as well. You know what I mean? Because it's people out here you don't really know their intentions. Not saying everybody wants to do you wrong, but you just cherish it, and
Yeah.
as you should, because it's your body, it's your mind, you're living in it. You
Yeah.
know, so
Gotta look out for you
you
first.
gotta look out for you first, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like even if I was like, and you will even know, like if I knew someone was down bad financially, you know what I mean, like mentally, any type of way, physically, and I could help. You know what I'm saying? Like I would. You know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily mean I'ma just harm myself by doing it, but if it's a way that I can help somehow, I'm gonna try. You know what I mean? And you know, you could just give back like that. The good karma comes around.
Yeah.
But
It
being
does.
selfish with your time and your psyche, your mind, like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Even being selfish, I'm not gonna say be selfish with your money. You know what I mean? First of all, I can't tell you to do anything with your money. It's your money. I hate when people try to tell people, "Oh, you doing this,"
Yeah,
but
you out of
it's
pocket.
their
Like
money.
slap him. Like
They
you out of pocket.
worked on their money. You
Yeah.
know what I
Right.
mean? Like it's sad about the Virgil Blow dude. Like he donated like $50 or $100. I don't even know how much he donated.
Yeah. Like something like that. Like
Something
50.
like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he is. I'm pretty sure he's a multimillionaire. I don't know how much he actually makes. If he's not a multimillionaire, he's for sure a millionaire.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Virgil. Yeah.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
the amount of money that he's wearing and
Yeah.
apparel itself
Yeah.
is mortgages.
You know
You
what I
know.
mean? Mortgages for real, cars, like
You know,
houses.
you know. So we don't have to get too deep into that, but people were saying he only donated a short amount. That is a really small amount for someone who's making that amount of money. But I don't know the reason he did it. But at the end of the day, you can't really say nothing
Can't
to him
knock
for
him.
doing it.
He does what he wants.
He does what he wants. It's his money. Not saying I would do it. Like if I was in that situation, I would definitely put a more a more sufficient amount.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, my man was definitely tripping. But like, once again,
You know what I mean? If it was me,
if it was me,
definitely, you know, I wouldn't go like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? He
He
could do
might
that.
do it. It might not be me. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't be me. But yeah, man, it's like it's just everybody has their different ways of doing it. Then again, we don't really know what happened behind closed doors with that. If he knew what was going on, but you gotta know what's going on. So I don't know.
I don't know,
But
bro. Like,
but I mean, like, it's just you got to be selfish with your money financially in certain ways.
please, like
You know what I
in
mean?
certain ways.
And however, if you are making the large sum amount of the population of the world, it's
would hope
always
you
right
do.
to give it back somehow because it's so
Definitely
many
gotta
people
give
who
back.
don't got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, gotta be like my man Tony Stark, a philanthropist.
You know what I mean? Tony Starks, man. Like Tony Starks is cool. He's not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, he give back.
But his ways are really unique in there.
Yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, we ain't gonna get to Virgil. You know, you see the thing about like you being selfish. I think like it goes back to what I said, like it being a balance, right? Like there's a difference between confidence, self confidence, and self conceitedness. Like there's a difference between I know I'm that man, and I'm way better than all of y'all. Kiss my feet. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's like one of those, I don't bleed like you bleed. I'm in a whole different tier. And I think that part could also be detrimental to yourself too, because it's like, because people can see the weakness inside of that.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, you know what I mean? I think, but I interpret it like, all right, I think you're just trying to boost yourself up
Mm-hmm.
because you don't have it yet. Otherwise, you don't really need to be on that type of time.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, I I don't even. I'm not saying I'm that guy. You know what I mean? But I have enough confidence to just be confident in myself and in whatever I like to do. So I I you know what I mean? I feel like I'm a fun guy. I'm that guy. But people who think they're better than the next, like, come on, really? Like how?
Yeah. In what sense?
What different genetic makeup do you have?
Yeah.
It's nothing different about you. It's just people shouldn't look down on the other person because they think they might look better or be better than anything because you're not. You're a human being. You know what I mean? It's so crazy how everybody is connected. You know what I mean? Everybody's important to somebody. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, somebody might be wealthy or he's rich, so a lot of people like him. But then again, there's someone who's not so rich that's loved by just the same amount of people.
Just
But
because he
real
might be
love, you know what
funny.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like the fake love, just somebody's known, so a lot of people just like your lifestyle or like what you're about.
Yeah.
It's real love. You know what I mean? With the people who may not be as famous, but is loved by real genuine people. You know? So
Yeah.
it's just you just want to keep your mind on track with certain things and figure out what's the most important things. You know what I mean?
Right. What's the most important thing to you and all that?
Facts.
Yeah. And what do you say, or who is your support system? You know what I mean? I can go to mine first if you like, or you can just talk about yours and we can compare.
But my support system, for some reason, I never really like. Let's say like when I played like football and like high school and stuff, and, and things like that. Like my peoples never really came to any of the games. I played with my older brother. 1 year he graduated high school, going into my sophomore year. So I only played my freshman year, his senior year. But like my peoples never came to the game, stuff like that. I mean, it wouldn't have affected me if they came. Like I probably would have felt a little better. Oh, cool, my people's here. But I always felt like my support system comes from me. I feel as though I give myself my own validation. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put nothing crazy out. I'm not gonna do nothing crazy because I have common sense. And
Common sense.
common sense that goes a long way.
Long
I
way.
know what's crazy. I know what's not. You know, I'm not gonna do nothing to tarnish my name or anything like this out here. So
That's a true Nigerian for you, ladies and gentlemen.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was actually raised right, real disciplined, man. Like people don't get it mistaken. Like I'm a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a liberal in a way, but I mean like things that my parents put me onto as a child is not changing. So I'm a what am I? A liberal conservative, if that makes sense. I don't even know if that's a
I don't
thing.
even know. Yeah, is that a thing?
But there's certain things that I don't want to change, and certain things that I know I'm going to change because life changed. So it
Right.
forced me to change. You know what I
Forcing
mean?
change. For
And I have no problem with that.
yeah,
So I'm gonna feel like if I walk in a room, I'm
that dude.
I'm that dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure other people feel like that too, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna let my actions do the talking. I'm gonna let my demeanor, my swag, me do the talking. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna walk it like I talk it. What the Migos say?
Walk it like I talk.
Yeah, like if y'all didn't really look at that video, I was actually one of the extras in the back of that video,
Any statement, bro.
and All right, no, I'm not. I wasn't an extra in the back of that video, but I was an extra in the actual commercial one time. That was pretty funny. He paid me for 2 days, and they told us to just walk, don't look at the camera. But I actually did look at the camera because it was just like, yo, I
You,
wanted to see what was going on.
you eating Chinese food?
Was I eating Chinese food?
Yeah.
Nah. I was in the school hallway just walking. They just really needed me as like an extra body. It was crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
he wasn't eating no Chinese food.
For real, for real.
But yeah, man, it's like going out, hanging out,
Yeah.
just living your life,
Mm-hmm.
just daily confidence build up. You know, you just do the little things that make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Everyone is the same, so it's like
I could
everyone has their own internal
internal.
demons, flaws, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like it's for trust me, like you see these celebrities that are super wealthy that
That
sometimes overdose on drugs or dealing with mental issues,
man.
commit suicide, things like that. So it's like the people that people look up to and expect to have the most confidence, being able to be the brightest star in the room, deal with their own internal situations. So it people can't act like one is actually better than the other. You know what I mean? Like one person is better than the other. It's just you just gotta work on it.
You gotta
I'm
work
dealing with
on
my own things. You're not gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's not wrong. Everybody's different. Some people like to express it. Some people like to talk about it. But I just handle mine different. And I look at the issues that I may face, and if it's in my control, I control it. If it's not, then I just learn to put up with it, learn to face it. You know what I'm saying? Accept it and make it cool. I mean, I've been setting trends for a while now, man. Just saying, man.
Said trendsetter. I mean, nah, you hit it on the head. Like something I feel like I have to work on. And something is like, yeah, learning that I can't control the things I can't control. Like, you know, I'm so used to, like, I realize this. I'm so used to having everything all together. Like, have a set plan for this. Know what I'm gonna do in like a week in advance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spontaneity was never really my thing for real. Like I hated I'm like, damn, like how could I prepare for this? Like
Right.
how can I adjust? You know what I'm saying? Like what the unexpected happened? Like, bro, I don't prepare for the unexpected. I just prepare like, you know, on
But
some
you know,
like
like, I mean, my bad to cut you
it's
off.
cool.
Like, you know,
Cool.
like the random things. The only way that I can think you prepare for something that you can't prepare for because you actually don't know what's going to happen. If that makes sense, it's like just doing random things.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
how else?
How else can you like?
How else,
Can
like,
you adjust?
Even if we
Yeah.
just make it something simple as simple as trying to like make a new relationship, like you know what I'm saying? Not even make a new relationship, just actually have a new friend. You're talking to somebody new, you gotta just be random. You don't know the results. You know what I mean? If it's someone that you're interested in, someone you like, you gotta take the chance. Cause how would you ever know?
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? How would you ever
Like
know what's gonna happen if you don't try it?
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
a fact. Like, yeah, I mean, look, that's how we can go to how I met you for real. It was on some like literally, like I'm telling you, low exuberance confidence. Like, bro, I was walking with my friend one time sophomore year, and then out of nowhere, like Lo just came up. He's like, "Yo, where the party at?" And me personally, like I told you, I'm like an introvert person. I'm like, "Whoa, I don't know." And then my friend T gonna go over there and it's like, you know, shout out T. You know, he gonna go to Low and he's just like, "What's up?" And like from that moment on, you know, of course we went to the party and all that. We were cool, and but like at that point on, bro, it became a friendship,
right.
just off a random encounter like that, though.
Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? And I won't say I'm not a people person, but I'm not just a random sociable person. Like, I feel as though
Yeah.
I had to have met you before somehow through someone else, or
I could just sense it.
I can sense it, or we've met or seen each other plenty of times in like a mutual space, and then I feel comfortable enough to maybe say something, especially if you're a male. Nothing against just meeting new friends that are males, but just I just don't got that mentality. Just meet you if I haven't met you yet in my
Yeah.
life. I really don't. I don't
Yeah.
need new friends, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But of course, I'm gonna meet new friends.
Friends, but like,
But I'm not looking to
for
meet new
me, new
friends.
friends.
So,
I understand.
that was just
Yeah.
like how fate worked out. You know what I mean? It's crazy how life works out because I was one of my first nights out in Temple when I first got here, and you know what I mean. Like I just wanted to share some fun, share some love, just see what the vibes was because my first time at a PWI, and I knew it still had like a little black community to it, but it was just my first time. I wanted to see what was up. Y'all look like some young dudes, some cool young dudes. I was just trying to have fun. You know what I mean? I had to turn up. You know what I mean? I had to turn up. Come get a shot. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not goofy. I'm actually a cool dude. Like real cool. You know what I mean? And I spread that love. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Like, it's so funny. Like, it's funny because our whole core group of friends, while we are all in some unique way, this is why we all rock with each other because we are all so different, but we share the same core values and like a lot of things. Like, come to our house, we're like one of the most athletic people ever. We all like working out, right? We all listen to the same music. And if you wouldn't have met us like in any other setting, you would have been like, "Man, these guys can't be friends." And then like we all come together, and it's just like we all blend. It's probably 'cause we all took, like I said, we all took that first leap because we all cool. Literally, I think that was a common trait we all shared. We're just all cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? There was certain things like we all at some point can step out of our comfort zone and just be like, "All right, we'll rock with it."
Yeah.
I mean, if it was trash, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, it's trash, bro. We ain't doing that no more."
Right.
But it's like we don't, it's like we give stuff a chance, and we
Yeah.
give stuff a chance because as much as I don't like spontaneity, sometimes spontaneity does happen. And I just accept it, like, and I
Yeah.
just adjust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. As I
And
got older, I started to accept more of like life. It is what it is. You just have to learn how to adapt. As a youngin, when I was young, yeah, I told you like before I had a plan. So this was kind of something new that had like. I'm glad I even went to Temple because that it really exposed me to more of it is what it is mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, had I just been in the comfort of my parents, not nothing against my parents, but it's just like I wasn't really used to spontaneity. I wasn't used to unplanned things. You know what
right.
I mean? Because I always had the support. Now that I was by myself, kind of, it was just like, ah,
Yeah.
life. Life really want to slap me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And like you really got to take all the life slaps. That's what you called it. You want to take the life slaps and charge it to the game. I
Yeah.
mean that's what come with the game. Like
Mm-hmm.
you, in boxing, you know what I'm saying? Like the way to like be able to withstand a bunch of punches and go deep in those rounds is working on your condition and endurance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to get taken into those deep waters, those deep
Yeah.
rounds.
Those
If you
deep
if you
wars.
if you're
Yeah.
going against somebody who's experienced,
Mm-hmm.
just to see everybody look good in the first couple rounds.
Oh yeah, because that's at their. I won't even say at their best. That's just at when they're in good condition.
Man,
You know what I
everybody
mean?
look good in the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
So wait till we get deep in there. Let's see how good you look. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? With
Let's get to
everything
the
that
point.
life throw at you, let's see how you come out. You
Right.
you got to learn how to take it on the chin with a
Yeah.
grain of salt. You got to learn how to
Yeah.
absorb it and adapt.
I
You know
doubt.
what I mean? You got to adapt to these situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You throw me anywhere, bro. I'm going to figure out a way to adapt. And I know that's cliche, but
No, it's facts.
honestly,
It's fact
I
because
feel as though
it's survival instincts.
I work on my survival instincts. Like, and I'm not just saying like I actually work on them. Like by putting myself in situations where I have to think intensely. I have to put myself in a different space to make it out. You know what I mean? And if you don't really work on that, you're not gonna really know. You know what I'm saying? you can't really do anything but prepare for the worst. You know what I'm saying? You can expect better, but you have to like prepare for it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
You got a
agree.
little rumor, people saying, oh, they might start martial law, this, that, and whatever. But oh, I'm not gonna let that happen to me. But are you trained in any type of combat?
That
Are you trained in any type of
you know what I mean? Like, do
well,
you even have
do you
any?
do you
Even have the right to like even
the
put
right tools? Do you mentally
resources? Yeah,
any type
mentally.
of resource? You got any assets? Do you know how to shoot a gun? Do you have you been to the gun range? Have you held a gun?
You know what I
You know what I
mean?
mean?
Have
Have
you
you
had not them Nerf guns? They out there.
not them Nerf guns, baby? Them real
Right.
ones. It's real. You know what I mean? Have you done anything at a high pace, high intensity where you feel as though if times get hard, you can rely on that. That will feed you or somehow provide for you or just help you survive. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Have you done anything in that nature? You know what I'm saying? So it's it's just a lot.
It's just a lot.
It's just a lot. You know what I mean? It's just
Like we talk about the mental, you know,
mm-hmm.
and it's like the mental game. I really feel like your mental game can really affect your physical game. They go hand in hand, right? Because if I'm not mentally sound, I won't be physically sound, right? Because
Exactly.
I could be mentally lazy, but it also translates to me being physically lazy. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I could be I could say I want to do something. Say I want to travel, and like mentally, I'm just like, I see these cheap tickets. Man, I'll just go later, bro. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like that's like I'm not mentally with it, so physically I'm not gonna go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what starts with the working out too. Like, I mean, you got to mentally prepare yourself for it. Don't just go to the gym or just go to anywhere where it's weights and just try to let me just try to hurry up and lift a heavy weight. Have like an actual
Plan.
plan. You know what I mean? Don't just go in there just trying to lift a weight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like have a goal, not just working out wise, but just in life, but just working out wise too. Have a goal. You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah.
just go in there winging it.
Facts.
You know, if you're a winger, maybe, and you've been winning like that in life, okay, keep winging it, bro. Eventually,
Someone's gonna catch you.
someone's going to catch you who made a plan and plan for a winger. It
Unless if
sounds
you're our
crazy, but
roommate.
it's possible.
Our roommate. Unless you're our roommate.
Yeah,
My man, the ultimate winger.
you know what I mean. Unless you're our roommate, who's the winger?
Who's the winger?
Yeah,
Oh, the Claude. Claude
Claude.
effect.
Yeah, unless you my young boy,
Yeah,
my young
Claude effect.
protege.
My man got the Claude effect.
You know what I mean? But then again, winging is just an advanced adapting skill. You
Adaptive
know,
school
working
because
on your reflex. You know how to move if things don't go your way. Like you got a rebuttal for everything. You know what I mean? You could tell me something I didn't expect. I come at you with three different things that you didn't expect. You know?
that's a fact. That's a
You know what
fact.
I'm talking about?
On top of my partner.
You know what I mean?
But so like now we talked about physical. We delved into mental.
Yeah.
Now what about your spiritual?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How I persevere in the spiritual. I know. Well, I'm just gonna say me and Lo are both Christians. I know this. We're very good friends. But like, even for those whoever you believe for your higher power, um, what? How do you maintain your perseverance spiritually, man? Like, how do you keep yourself in your faith, in a sense? You know what I mean? How do you keep yourself to say like? I mean, first of all, I know both of us. Neither of us are saying we never gonna say we gonna disown God ever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, there's still times when your faith is challenged, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
Of
still
course.
times when your faith, when life hits you roughly. It's funny because life really does hit you roughly. It really makes you challenge your faith. But how do you say, nah, this is not the end goal, or this is not the end game for where I want to be, and I keep pushing myself in my spirit.
Right. I think faith is really you needing to go through the obstacles and all the tough things. I mean, without it, how can you have it?
Right.
And it it builds you. You know what I mean? Like for me, I always, if anything, like I had faith that something was gonna pull through, not just for me, but just for the people just in my life. You know what I mean? That I would just be around. I just always had faith that God will make a way somehow. And like I grew up in a Christian home as well, but I always felt like there was a presence. You know what I mean? That was just surrounding me and my family. And it was just maybe just because we were good people, that was the world just showing love back to us. But I just knew it was there. You know what I mean? There was plenty of times where things in life could have went extremely bad, could have went way worse than what it was. But
Yeah, trash.
but it was something out of my control that I felt took over. That was it was something that was unworldly that took over
Yeah.
and made it happen a different way.
Yeah.
Personally, like multiple times in my life, that I feel as though it's no way that this could happen without me having some type of faith, some type of belief, some type of protection, some type of blessing from someone above.
That's a fact.
Honestly, so
I definitely
with
agree.
with that with me, you're not gonna take my faith away. Like I would basically sum it down like a friendship. If it's someone that I befriended in my life, it's nothing no one can do to make me not be his friend anymore or her friend anymore. Only that person can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you already know. Like I test people before you become my friend. You know what I mean? You're not even gonna know I'm testing you.
Yeah.
But before I even want you around me, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. Come on, man, I don't need no friends.
Yeah.
So I'm testing you. I gotta make sure that you fit the standard. There's nothing wrong with that. That's me again being selfish with my time. Who I want to spend my time with.
I agree.
You know?
No, I mean, I agree. Like, I've always been a good with, this. Like, I say I agree with that too, because I've always been a good chooser of friends, I would like to say. You know what I mean? Because at certain points in my life, everybody's been a good friend of mine. You know what I mean? I mean, that's why a lot of people just know me, just because I allow people. Well, one, I give people a chance because I'm empathetic, so I do see the good in people. Some people could see the weirdness in somebody. I'll be like, man, he alright, bro. Like, yeah, he a cool dude, bro. Like, and then he ends up being like a really cool. Some people end up being a really cool dude, or like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Just
and it's just crazy that because you say the test, I also give tests too. Like, not many people know it's like a subconscious test. Like, I just be like, all right, bro, how's he gonna fit in my mold of where I'm trying to be?
Right.
In my chapter. Because we all have a book of life, so it's like, how you gonna fit in my chapter in this book of life? You know what I mean? Or what are you trying to show me? Because some people are here and they don't know it, like it or not. Some people are here to show you something. Like, some people are in your life to show you something that you've never been exposed to.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Definitely people in your life that just pop up and you take things from them. You know what I mean? Maybe on purpose, maybe not.
But like,
You just take things from them. They were there for a reason.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, that's so crazy about humans. The moment you out of your comfort zone, that's when you get to see so much. That's
Yeah.
when you really get to see so much, not only about other people, but really through other people, you see so much about yourself.
Exactly. That's people got it. That's what I'm saying. Like when I say people are connected, this world is connected. People got to understand you're on this world for more than a purpose than what you may believe. You may find that purpose, but your purpose is not just solely for you. I honestly don't think nobody's purpose is solely for them. It's no way.
There's no way.
Just like the birds and the trees, their purpose is not just for them. Their purpose is for continuing life.
Right.
If that was the case, a tree would just live for himself.
Yeah.
The grass would just grow for itself.
Itself.
You know what I mean? Like the water just be for itself. We wouldn't be able to drink it. It just be for itself. But
Yeah.
everything is revolving. It's recycling. Like I know I met certain people in life just so they can pick up on certain things that I may do or I may say, or just pick up on just certain things. Like, and the same thing with me. Like, there's certain people I met that things they did, I wouldn't be able to leave. It's forever with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just put my own feng shui on it, put my own little spin on it.
I can
And
even, I can even give an example. Like me and y'all, like y'all, like you know, Darrell, Jet, DeAndre. I mean, yeah, I'm calling out all their governments. They watch it anyway. You know what I mean? Nana, you know what I'm saying? Dylan, like I think y'all taught me to be more, you know, be more confident in myself because it was like the first time I truly felt comfortable being myself. I mean, yeah, we roast each other and all that, but like it wasn't anything. It was more so out of just love for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that was what y'all really brought here for. Really, just teach me to be myself more. Like,
but
because I think before then, like when I used to be with other groups, I used to never be comfortable being myself. It was kind of weird. I used to be like, man, they ain't gonna rock with me if I be. I had let myself, and then the moment I became myself, it was like, nah, this dude's actually funny as hell,
yeah,
or like this dude's actually pretty like a real one, like, and you know, it goes to show you, like, I'm sure I also brought out qualities that you probably never seen before for yourself. You know what I mean? But like, it just goes to show you how much humans are, because like I said, I also learned confidence.
right,
I also learned more confidence in myself.
right.
Like more confidence than I ever did. Like I had confidence, but I had way more. Like you know, like we were very, like this household. If you ever come to our crib, it's like a very competitive crib. So
Definitely,
like everybody just like confident. I
definitely.
learned how to argue better too. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah,
Cause arguing with these guys too. It's like you
nobody
know
wants to
World
be
War
wrong.
Three, whole debate. You have to pull out every fact in the book.
Look, if you speaking, if you ain't standing on no facts, if there's nobody around that can vouch for you, dog, don't even say it, cause I'm gonna put you on the spot. If you can't stand on what you say, why am I even listening to you?
You know what I
You
mean?
know what I mean?
That's a very
Why?
fundamental lesson though.
Why?
Cause then
Like, before you talk, do some research. Think before you speak. Don't just be saying anything and you're
anything
not even 100%
for
sure about it.
sure.
And it's really hard to be 100% sure about something. But if you're not at least 90, come on, man. I even give you 85. But come on, man. You gotta be, you gotta know what you're talking about, no matter what it is. You know. So don't don't even try here. It's really competitive,
Really competitive.
and it's like iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? Everybody sharpen here, so everybody just sharpening each other.
You know what I
And
mean?
that's what it's going to do. You know what I mean?
It's
We're
crazy.
gonna look back at it and just realize, oh, it was pretty useful in some
Yeah.
way.
Did you ever think there's something I taught you as well? Or
That you
like,
taught me?
yeah,
Oh yeah. I mean, I would say it was. I would just say it's little things. Like, first of all, you got to look at it as like everybody grew up different. Like,
yeah,
at the end of the day, we still Africans. Like, we both African, even though our people's from two different places in Africa.
yeah.
Like, we still share some of that same
Same
culture
values, yes.
and same values, of course. You know what I mean? So like, it's not much that like you would stand on that I wouldn't stand on. You know what I mean? So like, even though we're different people, we still kind of like share a lot of the same things.
Things, yeah.
So like, you're not a dirty dude. I'm not a dirty dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a spiritual guy. I'm a spiritual guy. You know what I mean? Like, you're respectful. I'm respectful. You know what I mean? So like, other than just like watching you being like disciplined in your work, I use that as just me being disciplined and not even just fitness, but just I just use take your discipline energy and just transfer it to me. You know what I mean? No matter what, I will always notice if you had work to do,
Y'all go
even
there
if
and
we
do it.
was chilling, we was doing whatever, we was having a good time, you would have to step.
Yeah, I
And
had to.
sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not me being jealous, but it's me just being like, damn, you know how hard it takes for someone to just leave some entertainment or a social event or just leave a fun time to go do something that they don't really feel like doing.
It took a lot of discipline, bro.
Like,
A
to
lot of
go do
discipline.
some work, to go do something that's productive, that's actually gonna help them in the future. This is what people don't know. People don't know the productive stuff is the stuff that's gonna help you in the future.
Future. No,
But
no.
people just want to have so much fun because it's just so many distractions. But if everybody was able to lock in on their key potential, then there's no way everyone can be successful. But that just goes to show if everyone can be successful,
It would have been that easy.
everyone would be successful.
Successful.
You know what I mean? That just goes to show like how important that discipline is, and it pays off. Look at what you're doing now.
You know what I
You
mean?
know what I mean? So like, you disciplined just like me. You know what I mean? It's just we might just be disciplined in different
ways,
things,
yeah, but it's
but like
discipline.
we still got that trait. You know,
I agree.
so it's tough, man. And
And I would say, like, I feel like patience is what a big one for you, for real. If
Super
you ever
patient,
met Lo
man.
before, Lo used to be a hothead.
Yeah, man, we all settled down, man.
Lo used to be a hothead.
Best believe, man.
But like, it's
a
like now
fast
he's just
though,
like, he cool. I mean, he's still, I mean, don't come disrespectful with the man, but
Shouldn't
but
do that.
I think it was more so like it's more like, you know what, not even worth my time.
It's really not. A lot of things aren't worth your time, especially if they're not positive energy. You feed into negative energy. You know what you're putting into negative energy? Negative energy.
Negative energy.
How you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're feeding negative energy with positive energy, you're not winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all that transfers back in your life, really. You know what I'm saying? It's an action. There's a reaction for every action, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, how you act after every action determines your life. And I know that's easy to say, you know what I'm saying? But it might go over a lot of people's head. But if someone decided to like rob someone, you know what I mean, on the street, and I saw it, and I'm seeing it take place, and I choose to be a vigilante, you know what I mean, a fake Batman, go stop it, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Right.
I just made a decision in life that affected 3 people: me, the robber, and the victim. You know what I mean? I just saved the victim's life because who knows, they could have been mugged and killed. And I don't want to say ruin a robber's life, but I just stopped the robber from doing what he wanted to do. Who knows how bad his life was?
Yeah.
For him to rob someone, you know what I mean? Rob someone and take what's not yours. And then my life, I'm risking my safety and everything. You know what I mean? And there's a reaction for every action I did. I have control of my life in every aspect. You know what I mean? Like it gets deep to some people who might believe, do we got the ability to have free will, or if everything is predetermined? That might be another day. You know what I mean?
Another topic.
But to an extent, certain things you do have the control over,
Certain things is just predetermined.
and certain things is just predetermined. You know what I mean? It's just
That's up to your interpretation, I feel like.
pretty much how you look at the world. Because I know for sure if I want to go out there and try to, I'm not even going to say it. I was going to say something that got to do with Trump, but I'm not even going to say it. But if I wanted to do something crazy to a foolish presidential candidate or politician, it will come with some crazy repercussions.
Super repercussions.
Or I could just be in my home talking smack about him. You know what I mean? I'm controlling my life. I'm controlling my destiny.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. You know what I mean? I dedicated my time and effort into being in shape, into just learning more about the body. You know what I mean? And I put the work in, and I'm the example of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the results of it. You know what I mean? You're the results of the work you put in. So if you don't see no results in your life, or you don't see no results anywhere, then you're honestly not putting no type of work in. And you can't just leave yourself out here to not put work in. Come on.
Imagine that funny story about this one dude that we both know, about how he used to come in the gym. And we gonna interlude after this one. But like, he used to come in the gym, me and Lo would work out, and this dude would be like, "Hey, bro, I swear I'll be in the gym every day, but I'll get no bigger, bro." And then I used to just be like, "Yo, Lo, watch what you about to do. Watch what you about to do." And my man will literally do just like 5 pull-ups and just curl with one arm just 65 pounds for 10 times.
Right.
And that would legit be his whole workout. And
Whole
then
workout.
we literally, I was like, Lo came to him, like he came out, he was like, yeah, bro, I'll see y'all later. And Lo was like, what, see you at the next station? He was like, nah, I gotta go. He was like,
Huh? Like, what? You see us where? Like, you gone? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You just wasting your time.
wasting your time. Like, and of course, why would you think you get bigger like that? Why would that make sense? You know what I mean?
Why would you think you're actually doing your body good? You're not doing nothing.
Doing nothing. Even another friend of ours too, I think was like homecoming the whole week. My man want to be a workout cool. Next week, nowhere to be found. And that's not to say, bro, if you want to quit a workout, that's fine. But he was
Right.
trying to be like compete with us. We would do push-ups. He was like easy. Meanwhile, he would just struggle to get up for one.
Right.
And it's like, bro, just like nobody telling you to do that.
Yeah, just do what you can. Make sure you do what you set your mind to, though.
Put your mind to, bro. Like, don't do it for our clout. Who are we to y'all? You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. There's some there are really entertaining people and really cool people that people want to impress. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like you just feel cooler with their acceptance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, they're cool. You know, some people just got it like that, and that's fine. But you have to stay true to yourself.
At all times.
Don't let that go over your head. So if you know that you're doing more than you should know your limit. You know what I mean? You have to understand yourself. You gotta figure out what suits you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's cool to adapt. It's cool to be a man of many talents. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I will honestly fear the person who mastered one thing than a person who is good at like a few things. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You master something, that means you have ultimate control over it. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. What they say when y'all put me on that Dragon Ball Super, who mastered that Ultra Instinct?
Oh, Goku?
Man, they say he did it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm just getting into this, like, anime stuff and stuff, too. Yeah. So, like, it's a bunch of cool stuff. Like, I'm an open-minded guy.
You know, it took us a long time, though, my man.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting on it. And I'm going to admit it. I'm not an animator, if that's even a word. But, you know, if it's interesting, you know, if it's the players or the people that are standing on some important and core values and got ethics and morals, and I could relate to it.
Yeah.
You know, that's not even just TV. That's anybody.
Yeah.
You know, that's anybody. And you can ask anybody who knows me personally will tell you, like, I've been 100 with them. Whatever you may have heard, come on, man. If you know me personally, you know what it is. You know what it is. You know, just trying to stay sucker free, man. You know, in a world full of suckers, man. You know, a world full of people who just ungrateful to it.
Yeah, bro.
Really.
You know, thank you for ending on that sucker free note.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be on a brief interlude, but when we come back, we're going to talk about a very important final lesson, and that is, what do you say to those naysayers? You know what I mean? That's when we come back. But what do you say to those naysayers, those people that still say, "Man, come on, he can't do it"? Because one thing about yourself, now it's another thing when other people get involved and try to tell you can't do it to your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's gonna be a great topic. But this is what's going on. Bye.
Musicformakers.com.
And we're back. What's what's going on? What's going on? Man, I go by the name of Andrew Dada, and you're now tuned in once again to the What's Going On podcast. You know, I'm joined by an eccentric dude. You know what I mean? He graced me with his presence today. We've been trying to do the podcast. Now we back. We back, and we did it. So we're back from this happy interlude. I just want to say thank you again to my man Lode No. What's going on, boss man?
What's going on?
Very good. So before the break, we talked about perseverance, and how that applied to us physically, mentally, and spiritually, and how we can overcome our fears, about how we're supposed to really be confident in not only ourselves, but like confident in our mentality as well. You know what I mean? Confident that we can do what we set forth, because the only thing that we limit us is ourselves, to be honest.
Right.
And so before the break, we're gonna get into this real good topic, before we end it. And I think this is a good topic. Like, since we talked about conquering ourselves, what about conquering the naysayers? What about conquering, I would say, your haters? You know what I mean? Now, how is that gonna be applied to yourself and your perseverance? Because there's gonna be people that are gonna tell you can't do it for one reason or the other. They're gonna be people that always say you can't do it. Like, even when I started this podcast, some people did say, "Man, you ain't gonna do no podcast." Some people, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Like, how do you fight? I mean, even before we go into that, we can break it down. Like, how do you even fight the imposter syndrome? You know what? Imposter syndrome. Like,
Imposter
imposter
syndrome.
syndrome is like, for those that don't know, is like feeling like you don't belong somewhere when you actually deserve your credit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, and sometimes the forces around you, knowingly or unknowingly, cause you to have that imposter syndrome by making you feel like you don't belong.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you conquer that, man? How do you conquer that? How do you conquer what other people? I mean, yeah, sure, you're not supposed to think of what people don't think about you, but sometimes we do live. Sometimes validation is there from others,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard. So it's like,
Yeah.
how do you combat that? What would be your way of combating that?
Well, when people even say, like, they try to not listen to what other people say, like, first of all, we humans. You're going to have to listen to what other people say. When I say that, I mean, like, not listen to what the naysayers say or, like, tune them out. But you got to have feedback, whether it's constructive or not. Like, you got to have some feedback. So, like, you wanna really just to basically overcome all of it. Like, you gotta just, I would say, like, just have a clear mindset. You know what I mean? Like, that's where it starts for me. You know what I'm saying? I have no skeletons. I have nothing that I would want to hide. So I'm confident in myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really need the acceptance from other people, but I wouldn't mind it. You know what I mean? Like, if I feel as though I'm in a room and people are not giving me my credit, I'm somewhere and people don't really give me the respect I deserve, I mean, I would just have to feel as though I need to earn it. You know what I mean? Some way,
Yeah.
shape, or form. If I feel as though people just don't want to give me my credit, no
That's a
matter
whole
what,
different issue. Yeah.
then I mean, we shouldn't be around the same place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be around nobody who's not willing to show, let me say, is not willing to pay their respect, to
Mm-hmm.
pay their dues. You know what I'm saying? To the people that did it before you, or the people that's doing it another way, or the people that's just doing it their way. You know what I mean? So, like, I, I don't really, I don't really care what people are saying. You know what I mean? I know what I'm doing is good work, no matter what it is. I'm not putting out any BS. So people that's going to talk, People that's going to say no, I can't do it. People that's going to go against me, play on my downfall. I
Yeah.
mean, you really just admire me some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you didn't, you wouldn't want my downfall. You wouldn't even pay attention to me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't care.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, man. I definitely agree. I feel like when they say here's your biggest motivators, I think people hate from a form of jealousy, which is actually a form of love. Like the opposite of love is not hate, which is actually what kind of people kind of find that weird. Why is it not hate, Andrew? Because hate stems from the fact that you did love somebody, though. Like it's still the feeling of love there. It's just rooted in a different, rooted in anger. The opposite of love is indifference. Like if you're indifferent, if you just don't care, that is definitely the opposite of love because there's no care involved. You know what I'm saying? In order to hate somebody, you still have to care. Like that's what people don't understand. Like you literally still have to care. If you don't care, then yeah, I mean it's just what it is. And what that naysayer thing is, cause I also had a bunch of naysayers myself. Like at every step of life, like it would be so funny. Like oh, like even with my major too, like, oh, you're not guaranteed a job from this major, and my major's hard as hell, or you weren't, or you be surprised, like, shout out to my younger brother. My younger brother go to Harvard. I still had haters like that was saying like, oh, you ain't going to no Ivy League like your brother, and I'm like, I still went to a good school though,
Right.
like, you know what I mean? Like, I
Right. And
still
those are
went.
people who don't even really matter. Like, I mean,
It
even
don't
if
matter.
like, come on, man.
It's like, you know what
What
I mean?
what is where I go determine of
My
how
fate.
my fate or what I'm going to achieve in life. Even if I do what I think is right and you don't think it's successful, like,
Do you matter? Right.
do you matter? Am I living for you? I know what I want to achieve. Am I living for you? I know what I want.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't. Oh, because you didn't do this, you didn't do that. You can't do this. Come on, man.
It's like
That's not how it works.
that's not how it works.
Come on.
But like, but that's what people. But those what people do, and like, I also feel like people are put in that path too, just so you could just look at them and just be like, this guy's the one talking to me,
Right.
and it just makes you just be like, but some people I like. Younger me would have still been affected by it. Like it was some random dude. Like I know I was going. I hate saying someone's gonna be, I'm more successful than somebody because that's not true. Like we said, we don't know everybody's end game and path. It was just like this guy's talking. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna show you. I was like, give me 5 years, and then you gonna be the one dap me up like, yo, Andrew, you doing big things. Coincidentally, what happened 5 years later? Yo, Andrew, yo, what's up, bro? You doing big thing? I know, bro. I told you. I told you. And it's like you can't even get mad at them for real. They don't know better.
Yeah, you can't. Man, haters supposed to do their job. If there ain't no haters, who gonna hate? You need people to hate. You know what I'm
Definitely need
saying?
people to hate. You know what I
Some
mean?
people use it as motivation. Some people just use them as just people that exist that they know come with the type of lifestyle they trying to get at.
You know what I
You know what I
mean?
mean? Like you don't really gotta stress them, but you know if you see them in life and you know they've been hating,
Yeah.
turn up on them. Turn up on them. Yeah. Oh, you moved up. Oh, you looking good, man. Life treating you good. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like I told you before it was going to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You
You
don't
ain't
gotta.
believe
You
it.
don't gotta crush their dreams, but you just let them. Give them some assurance.
Yeah, it's gonna happen for you one day, man. You know what I
Give them some
mean?
assurance. Oh yeah, it happened, but you could get it too. Stay focused.
Stay
You know what
focused, stay
I'm
sharp. You know what I mean? God be with you.
saying? Stay focused. Tell your haters stay focused. That's gonna really make them sick.
Yeah, bro.
That's gonna
Stay
really
sharp.
make a hater hate. Hey, you see your hater? Hey, man, he see you doing good. Yeah, man. Stay focused, man. You be all right. You be there someday.
That's even funny. Like even to my haters or to anybody, someone says I'm trying to be like you, and I always say be better. You know what I mean? I don't even say be like me. I literally say be better than me. Why? Because why would you stop at where I want to be when I want to be better for myself?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know I said this in the first episode, but like I want to elevate. So me elevating should not my where I'm at presently should not be your end goal. I mean, for some people it might be. I'm like, all right, that's cool, but I kind of want to achieve more
Mm-hmm.
because I view this as my starting point. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
be better than me, so I could look up to you for great and I could keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And and the naysayer, like when I said that to somebody, I tell it to a lot of people. When I said to somebody, he was like, "Bro, that really changed my whole perception of you. Cause you're the first person ever that really says be better than somebody. Like how you like they were like, bro, like you're not the type of person to prey on the people's downfall. I'm actually not. I uplift people. I feel like
Right.
people deserve to. I'm under the mentality that everybody should eat in their own type of way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody deserves a reward. Everybody deserves a chance, an opportunity that they have to take.
Right.
And why not lead people to the opportunity? That just makes you feel good inside, like you just did this for them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean that's what I feel like. You know, being a naysayer, it's kind of like it's point. I mean, like I said, the world needs it. Don't get me wrong, the world definitely needs it. Otherwise, people don't get that true motivation unless a hater's there.
Right.
But you know, when you a naysayer, it's like, damn, bro, like why are you, you know, you mad because I'm doing well, bro?
Right. Me, I wouldn't even people that would tell me I couldn't do nothing. Honestly, I would forget it. Like they
They
would
said
say
it.
it. Like I know it's plenty of people that probably said it to me before, as far as I couldn't do something or I wouldn't be able to do it. But honestly, I don't think I remember it. Then I remember it the next week. Like if they said it, even if I remember it that week, I might forget it the next day because how you gonna tell me I'm not gonna do it? Only way I'm not gonna do it is if I don't do it.
Right.
But you're not finna stop me.
Can't stop me.
You gonna stop me from doing it? How? How you gonna do that? You're not gonna do that. So
No.
it's like I got control of my life. Like basically, that it's simple as that. The naysayers, you telling me I can't do it, I can't do it. Instead of like uplifting, you gonna try to downplay it, or you just gonna try to bring it down. That's cool. We gonna push through that.
Yeah.
We're gonna push through that. We're gonna use your negative energy. We're gonna turn it around and make it positive energy.
Yeah.
We're gonna grind. You know what I mean? Like I don't need people to be like, oh nah, you can't do this. You can't do this to for me to do it. Like I'm gonna feel as though I wanna do it anyway. And I'm gonna do it. But maybe, if somebody says it to me, it might latch on, but it never has. Like I can't remember somebody saying I couldn't do nothing, and I'm like, oh, why? I'm gonna use that for motivation. Some people actually use it. Like Michael Jordan was watching The Last Dance.
Yeah.
I swear he made up.
A hater.
He made up a hater. He said one of the players said something, and people were saying the player ain't say nothing, but he used it as motivation to crush the opponent. I mean, some people might use that, but I look at it like, oh yeah, you think you really want to tell me? It's in the same way how Mike was looking at it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you think you want to tell me? Even though he may not say nothing.
Like watch me, like
But
it's
like,
bro, like
come on, man.
it's like, oh, this is a hard job. I don't think you cut off for it. What are
Yeah,
you
right.
talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
what do
You
you
cut off for anything.
put
What's
yourself
wrong with you?
like literally? Like I say, humans shine hardest through their toughest battles, man.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like through their toughest battles, bro. People don't understand. Like out of the molten of a rock makes a diamond. You know what I mean? Like, how long are we gonna keep saying like someone can't do something? Like that's the one thing I really just learned to stop saying. You know, at first I did when I was younger. I won't lie. Like I won't lie. Like I used to say that type of stuff all the time, and I was like, Andrew, why are you saying that? Like, because his or her empath don't determine nothing. Like that person could be successful in like 10, 15 years. You just like, dang, what was I talking about?
hmm
See? But meanwhile, I could just say, God bless you. Just stay on your grind, and and let the rest do its work. Let the rest do its work because like that's all I could say for you. You know, let God be with you. Let God bless you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like hopefully, you succeed in life. That's all I would want. That's all I would want. I wouldn't my because being someone who hates is only gonna lead you. Is only gonna bring out bad into you.
Mm-hmm.
It's only gonna bring out bad into you.
Yeah. It's it ain't it ain't really no room
To
to
hate.
keep that negative energy.
Like,
Why?
I don't even know
It
why you had the time.
yeah, like
Focus on what you
don't get me
doing.
wrong. It's easy to accept negative energy, like and keep it going. Somebody transfer the negative energy to you, you transfer it to the next. It's easy for it to be passed around like that. But you just gotta learn to move smarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not even harder, move smarter. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Move more effectively.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
It 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 pays out better. I mean, it's better for you that way. Yeah, how do I say it? And of course I'm saying it now because I realized it too, like, and I'm still working on it as well. Everybody gets mad. Everybody deals with problems, deals with negative energy from other places. That's how the world works. And I don't even just mean negative energy like a negative vibe. I mean like things out of your control that may be happening to family members, friends, anything. It's hard to accept that negative energy and not like bring it back.
yeah,
It's hard to hear bad news and not get emotional about it. It's hard to hear bad things about you and not feel a type of way about it and not want to retaliate, you
right.
know? But if you could somehow transfer that negative energy and convert it into positive energy, you kind of like you winning. You changing the whole motive. You changing the whole energy in your body that you just got.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a way to grow, bro.
Yeah,
That's how you grow, bro.
you live, learn, you grow, man. Like it's so funny. Like I think the older people realize it is. Like I said, not like hating. Not everybody has hating in their DNA, so I'm not gonna say everybody's gonna have to be that hater.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like you as the viewer, you as a listener, if you're listening, tune into right now, really check yourself, like in terms of like how have I hated on this person? You know, how have I neglected his skills? Like, why do I feel like he's not qualified? Like, why do I feel like he can't be successful in some point, in some aspect? And what have I got to prove that? What have I got to show for myself that I could say that? Because what if someone said that about me? And as you continue to really realize that, your mindset really does change. Your mindset really goes into the like, dang, what was I talking about?
Yeah, bro. It's people who don't get rich until they late 30s, wealthy until they late 30s. People who don't get wealthy until they 40s. You know what I mean? It's like
It's
you
like,
can't judge.
like,
You don't
come
know
on,
what they've
bro.
been through. It happens. People take a different route.
Yeah,
Everyone's route the same.
everybody,
Everyone's route is not the same.
everybody's journey.
It's
There's
different.
only one journey. There's not one journey. There's not one key. Like it's a whole book of life. Everybody has a different chapter.
That's a fact.
So it's like some people are just born being wealthy. That's fine. They lose it all too.
Mm-hmm.
Some people born poor as hell. Next thing you know, they one of the richest people on earth. Mm. That's just the way how life maneuvers itself to your predetermined fate. But that's all by your willpower. It's all by your choices. That's why I said it could be how you depend on your story, how it's determined by it's predetermined what you got, but you just have to make sure you have the right decision to get you there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And anything else you want to add, bro? Like,
Mm. I mean, well, other than just, for whoever listening, just take out of this, you just want to stay on track.
yeah,
Stay keep stay focused.
Yeah.
Keep your mindset on the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stay sucker free, of course,
Yeah, sucker free.
and
You
you know,
already know.
just put out that good energy, man. Don't do nothing to nobody you wouldn't do. You wouldn't do. You wouldn't want done to you.
Yeah.
Put it like that, you know. And I'm pretty sure life gonna throw the obstacles at you, but that's part of it. Take it on the chin, man, and 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 learn how to rock with it. Learn how to just grow
Lean with
with
it,
it.
rock with it.
You know, lean with it, and rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that means in that aspect, you rock with it. You know, so it's like life is something that nobody can really prepare for because you don't know it.
Yeah.
Like we're actually just born into life.
Yeah.
Didn't ask to be here. We're just born and through into a world, and everyone here is trying to figure it out.
Everyone here is trying to figure out.
It's like it's so crazy because people trying to judge other people, but everyone is trying to figure it out. Like, come on, man.
I think that's what part of it starts with. I think part of it starts with your empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it starts with your empathy. Part of it starts with the fact that you realize you are not the only human on this earth. And I feel like once you realize that, the rest is
Mm-hmm.
history. The rest is definitely history. When
Mm-hmm.
you live, I'm not gonna say live the best, but you live a better life that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, without further ado, man, that concludes the podcast, bro.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? My man Low They Know on the track.
Yeah.
Let
Right here.
them know where they can find you at, man. Shout out anything you want to shout out, bro.
Look, I want to shout out myself. Like, nah. Let's give a shout out to the business. You know, Low Fitness is really growing and expanding.
Yeah, shout out Low
The
Fitness.
fitness thing right now is becoming a trend. For some reason, it should have been a trend. For some reason, it shouldn't even be a trend. It should just been like a lifestyle,
Lifestyle.
you know. But I guess people just there's just more cameras, you know. So people just want to look good, and you could chalk it up as just you just want to look good, you know. So the fitness thing is really growing. It's expanding, you know. Regardless if it's in the sports world, I'm in it. Whether it's the business side of sports, the physical side of sports, I'm gonna be in it, you know. So let's give a shout out to the Low Fitness. It's because of sports why I'm even still in business. And you know, let's give a shout out to my boy Dada for having me on the podcast, man.
Appreciate that,
You know,
bro.
man, for someone to even request you on their podcast, they obviously find something interesting about you that they feel as though the world should know, or just for their own accords. You know what I mean? And it's you gotta be grateful for that.
Yeah, that's
You know,
fact.
man. So, you know, like again, appreciate you for having me. I'm
Appreciate
here
you,
as
bro.
Low. You can find me on Instagram at Low They Know. Lo They Know. You know what I mean? I had it for a long time, man. So don't judge my name, man.
Already know, man. You already know, man. Appreciate you, love, for coming again. As always, you can find out the What's Going On page at what underscore S going on pod. You can also follow me at Dada the Don. That's Dada two underscores the two underscores Don. You know, we're gonna like I said, we're gonna be on everywhere, man. Try anywhere you can listen. SoundCloud, you know what I mean? Spotify. Anchor, man, we got it all. You know,
Yeah.
wherever you could listen, learn, grow, man. Be sure to share with your friends. You know,
Uh-huh.
comment how you feel about it, what you feel about perseverance, whatever that means to you. Man, I want to hear your thoughts, man. And with that being said, I'm gonna close out here, and this is what's going on.
Respectfully.